Before we sort of get into some of the remarks and so on this afternoon, I have a little bit of business that I need to do first, right? So, Ray, you need to come and sign these pieces of paper for me.
You sign first.
They've already got our signature on them. They do. But if you'd like to sign, we have 2 copies.
I would be pleased.
And I'm sure these folks would really love to have a picture of you doing it. So, here is a top quality UVM pen from the Melrose Hotel. So, you'll have to sign up there for me.
I would be pleased to.
And I have one more copy for you to sign, which is here. That's great. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So, the formality's over. Let's celebrate and enjoy this. What I think is a very special afternoon and opportunity. So, thank you all very much for coming. As many of you know, I wasn't born and brought up in this state. And I spent my formative years playing a different game to baseball. I spent my life playing cricket, in my early life playing cricket in England before I came here. And when I came to the United States, I was reminded about the sort of similarities between cricket and baseball, actually. You know, they're both a sort of cultural icon in those nations. They're a part of their history and their very essence in many ways. Both games have a total obsession with statistics and records. And I realize today there is another similarity. And it's called rain. So, I'm sorry that it's raining on our parade this afternoon, but frankly, at this stage in March in Vermont, to be able to be out here and see some signs of green, it's kind of remarkable. And so, thank you for coming, and thank you for having the opportunity to share with us and hear about a good news story that we're really very pleased about. So I'm pleased to announce that the University of Vermont and the Vermont Lake Monsters have reached agreement on a 20-year lease for the use of Centennial Field for minor league baseball in Burlington. UVM has owned Centennial Field for actually a little over 100 years, and this baseball has been played here for most of that 100 years. And so I think this is a win-win-win deal. It keeps the Lake Monsters here in the foreseeable future, and it allows them to invest in facilities and field improvements that will help solidify their position within the league. It allows UVM to contribute to the benefit of the community by facilitating continuous use of this historic Centennial Field. And importantly, and really touching on the sort of remark I made earlier, it allows an activity, minor league baseball, for the enjoyment of families and the continuation of a tradition and for the benefit of the community in the state. Now, it's in many ways, it's a strengthening of a long-time partnership between the university and our good friend Ray Pecour here. Ray and I have known each other for a long time. I was at UVM when Ray served on the board, and we have many hours of enjoyment and recollection. But it's been a partnership between UVM and Ray Pecour that's created the opportunity for thousands to experience the joy of minor league baseball here for nearly 20 years, 2 decades. Furthermore, I hope that by establishing a long-term lease, that we can help Ray and the Lake Monsters attract others to step up and bring resources. I was going to say step up to the plate, but I thought it was a little too step up and bring resources to expand those that we've committed ourselves and which Ray brings through the Lake Monsters. And in that way, hopefully give people the confidence to bring further resources, further investment, further contributions that are really going to bolster the prospects of a vibrant baseball community here for many years to come. Now, as I suspect many of you know, Ray Pecor has the reputation, justifiably, of being a fairly shrewd and successful business person, capable of driving a hard bargain. But amazingly, he agreed immediately to the annual rental rate that we proposed. Ray, I really would never want to say that I got the best of you, but you didn't even try to renegotiate that rate at all. And that was just, I was fully expecting you to come back and propose that the $1 a year should be 50 cents. Well, Ray, I'm sorry. You signed it. It's too late now. We're done. It's $1 a year. But seriously, I'm really happy that we've got this done. We actually started some discussions, I think, back in October, and I think this is going to be one of my recollections of my year at UVM that I'm going to look back on with a lot of pleasure. I'm certainly looking forward from July onwards to spending a fair bit of time here in another capacity. But Ray, would you like to say a few words? Please come up.
I don't have any prepared remarks, except John, I have to tell you, this really started when John and I were together on a boat this summer. And John said, you know, the University of Vermont and you owe it to the people of Vermont to keep baseball here. And I said, really, John? Where are you going with this? This has not been the relationship we've had in the past. You know, the negotiations have been a little varied from that. But I want to thank John. It was his idea, I have to tell you, that the 20-year lease come about. You know, and I was so pleased and proud of John for coming up with this idea. So. Just want to make sure everybody understands that baseball couldn't be here without the university. You know, they're so important to the community, but also they do have a heart, and the community ought to know that. Also, I want to, thank all the fans that have supported us for years, and that's what's made this, so important. And also, look at the advertisers, the community, the businesses here that have been so supportive. And I have to also say, how about the neighborhood? Without the neighborhood, they've been just so supportive. And we are in the community, we are in the neighborhood, and hopefully we've respected it within reason. And I want to thank you folks for putting up with us. And John, it is a special day.
It is.
And you're a special person, and I want to thank you all.
He's a great guy, but he can drive a hard bargain, as you just observed. But this facility, of course, is in Burlington, and I think it's very appropriate for me to invite Mayor Kiss to say a few words, and then I'm going to invite Mayor-elect Weinberger to say a few words after that. Bob, would you like to come up first?
Thanks, Ron. So we're surrounded by 100 years of baseball history, 28 years of minor league baseball history, and I have to say, Ray and John, that the buck stops here. And I think it's a great agreement that you put together. I want to applaud sort of the long history of working together to get us this far, and I think the arrangement that you've promised today will get us much further. We'd all miss minor league baseball. I associate it now from the Vermont Reds to the Oakland Athletics. At 28 years of baseball activity. Bernie Sanders, as a senator, commemorated 25 years of baseball on the Senate floor a few years ago. I think it runs through our sort of well-being that there's baseball here at Centennial Field. So working together makes a difference. And I'm looking forward to the next time that someone says, play ball! And I think the next home game, the open air, is June 18th. So I think we could all plan to be back here then and really commemorate what we're witnessing today. Thanks.
Thank you.
Would you like to come up?
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to be here and be part of this really important event, exciting event. I've been to Centennial many times in the past as a fan, as a father bringing my daughter to enjoy games. I've been here with Tom Simon, who I see over here, one of the great baseball historians in the community. I've been here as a player years ago, got to play on this field. So it's with a lot of personal satisfaction, and I think satisfaction representing the satisfaction of the community to be here today and as mayor-elect and see this important step being taken to keep the Lake Monsters here, to keep professional baseball in Burlington, to save Centennial Field. And I'm very aware this is not the end of the story, that there's more work that needs to be done, more investment that needs to be made in this facility, and I'm excited to be here noting the progress today and committing myself to what I do, the hard work I can do to make sure that the additional steps are taken in future months and years. So, thank you.
This is a tremendous asset for the city of Burlington, and one of the things that makes Burlington such a great livable community. So we all look forward to working with you in your new role.